Hi guys, welcome back. Big day today for Balls and Strikes. Last day to pre-register for camp. So this is all of our featured camps. This is all of our classic camps. As you can see right here, discount, okay, ends March 31st, okay? So big day today for that. If you're interested in any camp, okay, whether it be the Rawlings Demo Camp, the World Series Camp, Classic Camps, today's the best day to sign up. You get a discount. If you sign up for 2 or more, okay, you get a 10% discount. 3 or more, 25%. So it's a great opportunity. Call in today, 636-394-2255, or you can register online at www.bnssports.us/Baldwin. Let's get right into today's lesson. So today, the whole purpose of today is contact points, okay? Now, with contact points, there's a couple things as a coach or as a player that you really want to hone in on. Today, it's, video is so prevalent. We see that so much, okay? Whether it be, dad or mom videotaping their kid or a coach, but we want to know, what are we looking for at contact? What are the big things that we need to pay attention to? There's a lot of fallacies out there, and we want to make sure that everyone knows what are the absolutes that we have to do at contact in order to produce a really good swing that puts the ball in play and barrels up the baseball. If you've checked out our last couple episodes, it's all been about the eyes and the barrel. Today we're going to hone in on the contact point. So let's get right into that. We're not going to make this rocket science. We're not going to make it, really complicated. We're going to keep this simple but right to the point. So first thing here, guys, is this. At contact, okay? A lot of guys have different stances, whether it be squared up, open, narrow, wide, whatever it may be. Guys have different triggers, whether it be a leg kick or no stride or a toe tap. But at contact, if you videotaped MLB hitters and really good hitters, it's almost a carbon copy. And there's some things you've got to pay attention to really understand what we're talking about. So the first thing is this. At contact, we want to make sure we have the barrel of the bat to the baseball. If you can get the barrel of the bat to the baseball every single time, you're going to have a really good chance of success. Now, in terms of mechanics, okay, let's start with the hands. With the hands, it's so important, and I say this all the time with my lessons and even coaching too. If you're going to hit line drives, look at my hands. I'm palm up, palm down. Now, for younger players, say if you're 5, 6, 7, maybe you don't know what that means or never heard the term, that's fine. But what we're talking about when we say palm up, palm down, look at my top hand. I'm a right-handed hitter, so my top hand is my right hand, okay? It is palm up to the sky, almost like if somebody was going to hand me a $5 bill, okay, or a $20 bill, I'm going to be right here. If we get to where we're like this, what's going to happen is I'm going to hit a rollover ground ball. So I want to make sure my top hand is palm up to the sky. My bottom hand, my left hand, is palm down to the ground, okay? Just like this, okay? The reason we want to be palm down is it allows me to get flat behind the baseball and stay through the baseball without rolling my wrists at contact, if that makes sense. So that's the first checkpoint right there. Palm up, palm down, barrel the bat to the ball. Second checkpoint, my lower half. Hitters have different ways of doing this, but every hitter is firm on their front side. If you look at any MLB hitter at contact, guys are going to be here, okay? Some guys might have a slight flex, which would be this. Some guys are going to be more locked, which is going to be like this. Or some guys might be in between, which would be more like this. What we can't have happen, though, is this. We cannot collapse and lunge. Just like if I was working out and I was doing a lunge, okay, or warming up, we don't want to do that as a hitter, okay? We want to make sure we're staying behind the baseball and I'm in a good, firm front side position, okay? Now, next thing with my back side, some people say, turn the back foot, okay? Or, whatever it may be, but really, the simplest way to teach this is to get to a backside L, okay? So important. And if you notice here, I'm driving with my backside. Look at my back heel. It's straight up to the sky. So important. Spiker, you want to add anything on that?
One thing that I've been dealing with on my lessons is that I have a lot of guys that are squishing the bug, spinning on the backside. And analogy that I use is boxing. So if I was in a boxing match with you, and I can't really show you because I'm holding the phone right now and we're doing Facebook Live, but if I was spinning on my backside, so Josh, go ahead and get in your stance.
Yeah.
Like if you could act like a boxer really quick. So if you were to punch somebody and you just spun on your backside, he doesn't move forward. He doesn't attack the baseball.
It's just like a tornado, just spinning
around.
around.
Just spinning around. And what we actually want is we want the back foot to drive towards his target. So you're actually creating some type of momentum going there.
Yes.
And one question I always ask to my guys is that, is there forward momentum in a swing? And the answer is yes. Now, when does that forward momentum stop? That's a key thing that you need to know. It's right when the front foot hits. So if you look at Josh and challenge me on this, go on YouTube and challenge me on this because it's so true. And when you do challenge me, look at the smaller guys because those are the guys that I'm looking at because they are the ones that have to create power and they have to be efficient with their bodies. The bigger guys can get away with it.
One guy to look for would be Jose Altuve. Great hitter, great swing.
And he actually he actually does hit for power. Look at his stats. It's crazy. He's known for his average,
5'2",
but he does hit for power. So if Josh gets in his stance and then he starts going towards that ball, he has moved forward, but once that front foot hits, he has stopped. Now he has to rotate and go towards the baseball. So that's the biggest misconception. So at contact point, understand that I have to go to the ball, not away from it. When I spin on the backside, I'm actually going away from the ball and not going to it. And you can't really see it in full motion unless you have a trained eye, but slow down the videos on YouTube, slow down your videos, and you'll see that you do have some forward progression.
Absolutely. That's a great point because as a hitter, a lot of our power comes from our legs and core. And so if you can get to that L, like Spiker's talking about, and really drive like this action instead of just spinning right here, it's going to help a lot.
Yeah. And there are guys, don't get me wrong, there are guys in Major League Baseball that do stay put in the same area. One of those guys is Justin Upton. He stays in the same area. But again, I'm not going towards the 1% of professional players. I'm looking at the vast majority of professional players, and I want to see what the underlying factor is. So, yeah, you'll say, oh, Justin Upton doesn't move, Spiker. What's up with that? No, he's a 1%er. All right? So I'm not worried about the 1%. I'm worried about the majority.
Great point. And one thing to add with that too, in terms of staying connected with the upper half and lower half, you want your upper half and lower half to work in unison, to work together. So what I mean by that is this. At contact, notice my head, shoulder, hip, and back knee are all lined up here. That's so important. If you can get your hitters away from this type of contact point or leaning way back like this, it's going to help a lot. So really teach your hitters. After they load and stride, they get to contact. Notice I'm stacked, good L, firm, palm up, palm down, eyes on contact, barrel of the bat to the ball right in here. This will be a really good contact point. So if you're looking at video, okay, make sure your hitters are doing all of these checkpoints and you're moving towards the right direction.
Yeah, so get in that contact position really quick, and I want to make sure I make some points here. So one thing about me, and I come from the mold of straight lines and angles. I don't want a lot of momentum. I don't want a lot of drive. I do want drive, but I don't want too much. I'm worried about the angles. If you look at Josh's arm, so you go from his shoulder, his elbow to his hand, that is an angle that we want. Another angle that
almost
we
like
want,
a 90 degree, wouldn't you say?
Yep. Another angle that we want is we want from the hand, elbow, shoulder. That is another angle. He's wearing a fleece right now, so it's kind of hard to see the elbows, but that is an actual angle. Those are the angles we want. What a lot of guys will do is it's not this arm that we're worried about. It's actually this arm because what we see a lot, I had a lesson the other day that it was a straight arm. He locked out before he even made contact. And as you notice, this ends up giving us a straight line as well. Now go back to your contact point.
And then they cut themselves off.
Yeah, now go back to your contact point. So Josh goes back to contact point. Now there's another angle here. There's an angle here with our wrist. So see how this wrist right here, if it has a watch on here, here, it is actually causing the bat to be lagged just a little bit. So then when he gets to contact point, he can then flex that lag and actually get some whip action
exactly.
in there. And then let's go to the lower half and talk about those angles, which Josh has already talked about, but I want to make sure we reiterate this, is that there's an angle from his foot, his knee, and to his hip.
Yep.
Now, if we go to his firm front side, go to your firm front side. Now, he has a locked out, which is perfectly fine, but in majority of cases, what I see in my lessons is that I actually would like that to be a little bit bent because I want to stay in an athletic position. So, swing is it's not about a lot of momentum, and it's more about angles, and you want both. So that's what you're looking for, is you're looking for angles over momentum.
Absolutely. And those are some key checkpoints. I mean, really, if you're 5 all the way to 25, if you can hone in on those contact points, you're going to be a better hitter.
Yep. Guys, thanks for joining in. The ones that are going to see this replay, we're actually going to be doing a video here for the Tigers, and we're going to talk about, we saw an article online, the death of ground balls, no more ground balls, and I'm actually going to do a video on it for the Tigers here shortly. Josh is going to film me. But we're going to send that out on the Rawlings Tigers YouTube channel. And Josh, you want to give another shout out to the camps?
Yeah,
because you are just absolutely pumped about it.
I am. We're going to have great camps this summer. The featured camps, we have brand new camps. And we have these sheets here at Balls and Strikes, but
again, this is the last day for pre-registration. So if you want that deal, it has to be made today.
Today, yeah. And we've got people in the office answering phones. We've got it all online, so please check those out. I'll be coming around to ballparks as well throughout the spring, in April and May. But if you want that discount, okay, today is the day. Today's the final day. So please jump on that if you haven't. And we got great discounts too if you sign up for 2 or more or 3 or more camps. So we look forward to seeing you guys this summer, and it's going to be a great circuit of camps. We can't wait for it.
Yeah. He's Josh Herrick. I'm Spiker Helms. If you want lessons from us, give us a call.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks. See ya.